How you guys doing, man? How you doing? I had to restart this live because there's a bunch of clowns. You know, people that have nothing better to do but jump in and start hating. People defending black mold. It doesn't make any sense. So you know what? I just was like, I'm just gonna stop this live and then restart it, and we'll talk about something totally different. Because these people are tripping, man. They're tripping. Defending black mold. There's no point in it. I'm trying to educate people. Oh, I hate that. Thank you for telling me. I don't know why they do that now. They flip the mirror on it every single time. Sorry, I'm trying to get my show playing here. This, if you guys haven't seen the mushroom documentary on Netflix, it is so it is amazing. The visuals, the information they talk about, like it can literally people more people need to watch that. It can literally like save lives. Like literally, if people were more educated on what these plants can do, they've already proven it. They've already proven it that it's healing all kinds of people. It's crazy. How you guys doing tonight? Thank you guys for the follows and the likes. It helps my page greatly. They've got my page shadow banned right now, and I've got some exciting stuff. I don't know if anybody knows me from the toothbrush video. You started it, Pacific. You started the mushroom documentary. That's what's up, dude. It's really good. Like it's really good. I haven't gotten through it all because I can't just sit and watch stuff. I'll usually have it in the background, but it's definitely worth watching. Yeah, it is, and you get to learn you get to learn what these mushrooms can do. If you got any ailments, they heal us, man. They can heal us big time. The name is called Fantastic Fungi. Fantastic Fungi on Netflix. Check it out, man. It's really good. Like people are sleeping on that. People are really sleeping on mushrooms completely. Mushrooms aren't even really talked about for any kind of remedies or anything, and it's crazy, man. We should all be eating way more mushrooms. You can get vitamin D from your mushrooms. You can rebuild your nervous system. Yes, lion's mane, that's the one. Lion's mane is the one that literally helps rebuild your nerves. And our toxic American diet, it destroys our nerves, and so we're all deficient in our nerves. Our nerves are being destroyed by the sugar, and so this lion's mane can help actually rebuild your nervous system, which is huge, man. We all have damage to our nerves for sure, and so we need something more than just the traditional American diet. We're not getting enough. We're not getting enough from that. You're welcome, Mayberry. And Mike, you were right. Lion's Mane is amazing. Appreciate you, Lisa. Appreciate that. And you guys are greatly helping my account. They've got me shadow banned. If you look on my account, you'll see that I've only got like 40 views on my videos, and they just banned my main account. And I was getting 10,000 views a video within a day, and now I'm at like 40 views a video. And even my backup page, which only has 3,000 followers, is getting like 10 times the views. So they have completely shadow banned my this account. They banned my other account, and so I'm trying to rebuild it. So every time you guys share anything like that, it helps me a lot. If I help you, you're helping me by that. You need something for your eyes, Vicky. You got bad eyesight. So I used to wear glasses. So what I did was I pulled the dagger out that was causing it, and that was eating high carbohydrate. Do you eat like really a lot of refined carbs? Because refined carbs and sugars, it destroys the nerves. And lion's mane can help with the nerves in your eye because your eyes are nerves. You see with the nerves in your brain. You don't see with, these are just the lenses, right? These are just like the lens, like a telescope at the end. You know what I mean? But they connect to your nerves, and our diets they hurt our nerves. So lion's mane repairs your nerves. Look it up, check it out. I've reversed my poor eyesight. I don't wear no glasses no more. The only glasses I wear are just blue light. Where can you buy it? That's a really good question, man, Wendy, because I kind of went down a little rabbit hole with it. And it is kind of tricky to find because you want it from USA, of course, because they grow a lot in China. And China we know the population or the pollution in China. You know, the pollution in China is it's crap. So anyway, you want it from the States, from Doctor Who. Sorry, you want it to be from the States. I got mine actually on Amazon, and because a lot of it's made in China, and so you just want to get it from the States. And then there was something else about it that you want to know with the lion's mane. Just make sure it's organic, man. You know, you want it organic. Yes, that exactly. Thank you. They talk about that in the documentary. You guys watch that documentary. Thank you, Mel. It's called the brain-derived nootropic factor, and it's literally the rebuilding of the nervous system, man. It's amazing, you guys. Don't sleep on mushrooms. Yeah, I got mine on Amazon. If you guys really, really need, I guess I can jump out and I can screenshot it and show you guys the one I got that I felt was adequate for the lion's mane because I just ran out of mine. Yeah, something for the thyroid. Hey, them, for your thyroid, fam, you need iodine, right? We all need iodine. There's nothing question about that. I'm not giving any medical advice, but we need iodine for our thyroids, okay, guys? We know that much. That wasn't lied to us as much. However, I'm going to tell you right now that the iodine we get from the American diet, it's synthetic. And they tell you that, plain as day. I'm about to make a video on it. It's very important that iodine is synthetic, man. And that's not good. Consuming a nutrient that we're supposed to live on, and that's synthetic, that's scary, right? Oh, you guys, the toothbrush right here. I guess you didn't know the toothbrush was right there. Anyway, your best source of iodine is going to be from seaweed or sea moss. And I have proof on this on my phone right now. I can show you if you want to know about the sea moss. The seaweed it sucks because they use sunflower. They use really high omega-6 oils to cook it in, to fry the seaweed in. So the sea moss is a much cleaner option, and the sea moss goes way further than just the iodine. It gives you all the minerals that we don't have. So look up Dr. Robert. Thank you, Mel. I believe Mel. If she says Dr. Robert, what's good for anxiety and depression? They talk. You can go watch Heal on Netflix, and then go watch Fantastic Fungi, and that will help you out a lot with that, fam, Debbie. And also, take a look at what you're putting in your body, fam. That has a lot to do with it. And make sure you're consuming enough vitamin D. If you're deficient in vitamin D, it's going to make you depressed, man. And if you're under the clouds all day, make sure you're supplementing your vitamin D. And guess what's the best supplement for vitamin D if you don't want to take a pill? It's mushrooms. You get a ton of vitamin D from mushrooms, man. I got the nerve pain too, fam. I've got it off and on. It's called neuropathy, and lion's mane helps regrow the nervous system. Yep. Yep. That's a really good question. I can't tell you if the stuff that we're exposed to, family, is such a, I call it a cancer cocktail. So it's really tough. It's really tough to pinpoint these symptoms. I pinpoint all my symptoms, though. I know for a fact. What all my symptoms were correlated to, and it's the diet. It's the insulin spikes. It's the insulin spikes. Every single symptom I've had was due to spiking our blood sugars because everything I ate was just destroying my blood sugars, and I was overeating. I was eating late at night, eating breads, eating cereals, milk, all that stuff just skyrockets your blood sugars, and you don't really think. You think, well, I'm not eating candy, so I'm not really spiking my blood sugars. But these foods, they spike it through the roof. I haven't tried the red light therapy, but I have it in my sauna. I mean, it's all right. You know, I'm not hating on that one at all. Um, so they're talking about lion's mane right now. Do you guys want to see it? Just this little part. I had to skip ahead. Sugar causes major inflammation, guys. That and much more. What do you mean? Is it possible to take your vitamins? What do you mean? Don't ask me for that. I can't give that kind of information, that kind of stuff. I can tell you what I did and what I think is healthy, but I can't give y'all too much, unfortunately, man. You want to see the mushroom? All right, all right, I'll get the lion's mane. Otherwise, you guys look up the doctor that Mel had mentioned. That they're talking about how they got the PTSD out of these rats with the mushrooms. All right, give me a second. I'll jump out and I'll screenshot the lion's mane for you guys. Okay. I don't vibe with vinegar, fam. I don't vibe with vinegar, brother. I don't like it. I don't like ACV or none of that. And there's reasons to it. It's acidic in the body. It's a fermentation. I don't vibe with anything ferment. Sorry about that, man. Of course, when I jumped out, my internet wasn't loading, but I got you guys a picture of it. Okay, you guys are funny, man. Yes, mush. Please, you guys, refined carbs and sugars. Just keep it in mind. I'm not giving any advice, but I'm telling you right now, refined carbs and sugars are scary. They destroyed me, guys. Inflammation from the toxic American diet. Yep. You guys want to know some facts? That 95% of the population is either pre-diabetic or they're diabetic. All right? And or they're Alzheimer's, and that's a type 3 diabetes in my opinion. All right? So, in 95%, okay? Guess how much of it know they are? Only 80% don't know they're pre-diabetic, man. That's frightening. That's frightening. It's on purpose. It's on purpose. You got type 1. So you unfortunately contracted that probably from some kind of genetic signaling from your parents. And that's sad because I've passed on stuff to my kids too. Internet keeps dropping off. Internet's trash right now. I just barely got reconnected here. Okay. What bread is safe to eat? Good question, Mike. Um, I make a chickpea flour bread. I make a chickpea flour bed, or use some ancient grains. It's going to be a lot better for you than refined fake wheat. But here, let me pull up the mushroom, guys. That's the one I just ordered. I looked into it for a while, but this one seemed to be one of the best that I could find. If you guys know or anything about it, or you know a better one, because like I said, I've had my lion's mane for a long time, and I finally just replaced it because I got a bunch of it. So, do you just add the salt? What do you mean salt? Add the sea. It's. Are you trying to say the sea moss? I think so. I think so. If we had somebody that had our backs in charge, then we would have. Internet just shutting off on me. I'm surprised I'm even still connected. The internet keeps dropping on me. Yeah. If we had somebody that had our backs, then we would be consuming, this stuff. We would have it regulated, and we would have it dialed in. You can definitely add the sea moss to a smoothie. Definitely. Yeah, I want the real lion's mane mushrooms. I know I'm lagging. I'm trying here. It's tripping. Toothbrush, you can get those. I'm going to be carrying them. I work with Dr. Truth, and we're going to be carrying them here very soon. Otherwise, you can get them on Amazon. You can get them right on Amazon. The Mizwax. You're taking sea moss in a pill form. That if it's a clean one, if you know it's good, then you know that's okay. But it's tough to get a really good pill for sea moss. Where do you want to get it? I'll only get it from Dr. Truth. I only get it from Dr. Truth, and their link is in my bio. That's the only stuff. I will not get it from anyone else. I always say if anybody else knows it, they can mention it here if they can find it cheaper. But I'm only going to recommend the stuff that I've looked into, and Dr. Truth is the only one I'll recommend. And I've been working with them on the toothbrush. Everybody wanted the toothbrush, and so we found a few different ones, but we're gonna roll out the one that I had up earlier, and we're gonna see how that goes. And you can just get them. You can get them on Amazon too, but Dr. Truth's gonna get the best ones, in my opinion. I know they won't get anything crappy that's gonna fall apart or mold or whatever. So it'll be exciting because just them always having what they've got is nice, because they just got nothing but good stuff. Yeah, when we started refined carbs and sugars is when we started having the dental issues. Mel, thank you. I appreciate you, fam. It's called Mizwack. You guys got the lion's mane? I'll put that one back on for a second. We had how did that? I don't know how I screenshotted that. That's funny. We had some truth on earlier, and people were tripping. You're welcome, Deanna. You're very. I had I had something up that people were defending the black mold, tripping out hard. So now that the room's smaller, thank you guys for the likes too. Again, that helps this page. This page is suffering badly right now because they shadow banned me because people were reporting me for misinformation when we were just talking about facts. So people, they don't like that I sit there and expose their crap that's no good for you. Anonymous, I'm going to tell you that a lot of people don't know this, and it's not your fault, but I have to tell you guys the truth. If you guys drop into my live, I'm going to tell you the truth, man. And I'm going to tell you right now that garlic, parsnips, turmeric are all man-made, and they're not that good for us. They changed it up just like everything. Just like everything. And it's unfortunate, and a lot of people have a really hard time with that. Onions and ginger are real, but the rest of the stuff, this is what I do. So again, if people like to fight me when I tell them about their holistics, because we were lied to. I'm being honest with you guys. Okay? Garlic, parsnips, and turmeric are not earth plants. They're not earth plants. They're actually very unhealthy. And it's only because we're such good healers that we can put something in us and still heal. And it was all a hoax. And it's crazy. I've got tons of evidence on it. I'm going to have to do a full-blown video about the garlic, even honey. And we all understand how the blood sugars work. Honey is right there with sugar. It's the same as on the glycemic index. It's like 2 points below sugar on the glycemic index. So it's really not good for you. It's kind of like pink salt, where you got to eat a bunch of it and then you finally got the benefit. But at that point, you spiked your insulin so high that it's like having a strawberry milkshake with some ginger in it or some lion's mane. Are you guys going to add some lion's mane to a strawberry milkshake? Hell no. You guys are going to put it in like a tea, or you're going to just put it in your food or whatever, right? You're welcome, fam. I would be careful with the politics. I'd be careful with those politics. It's all it's all fake, man. The politics, it's just a distraction. They control everything. I'm just telling you guys the truth. They don't. Do you think they're counting our votes and they're like, oh yeah, let's follow their agenda? Do we really think that they're following our agenda? I'm telling you right now, if you invest in politics, I'm not going to get too involved in it. I'm just truthing you guys. The politics, man, it's just a big distraction. I've never partaked in anything about it. I always just I know better. I've known for years, man. Thank you guys for the likes and the gifts. I appreciate you guys. I'm just hitting you guys with the straight truth. If you knew me from my other account, or if I only hit you guys with the facts. I really appreciate you guys with the likes and the shares and stuff. It really does help my account. And I'm really trying to get more people in front of more people, like I worked so hard to do on my other account. I was running over 500 people a night every live. We were going 11-hour nights on my live, and then they banned my account. So I'm just trying to get back to the people that want to know the truth, man. You thought I was Trumpy? Nope. I don't trust anybody at all that I don't know. I don't trust any of these MFs. Nope. Hell no. I don't care what they said. Nope. It's all, there's so much trickery. That's what nuance is. It's trickery. You'll think someone's your friend, but really they're stabbing you in the back. That's what this world's based on. And I'm tired of that happening. So I've learned that I don't trust anyone until the trust is earned. Until the trust is earned, or my discernment tells me otherwise. And that's very rare, because I've even had my discernment be wrong, because this world is very good at tricking us. Wonder Lady, the parasites. I always tell people, what are you eating? Because I'll tell you right now, 1,000%, that the food I eat, no parasites is in it. And they say it's in all food. Hell no, it ain't. I don't have parasites in my pears or my apples or my, you know what I'm saying? I eat a certain diet. There's no parasite. So what I'm saying is, Wonder Lady, if you're consuming the parasites, that's the first thing, right? When we have a dagger in a wound, thank you for the gift, fam. When we have a dagger in the wound, how do we heal? right? I always go back to this. How do you heal that wound? What's the first step to healing the wound? You got to pull it out, right? Okay? So if we got parasites, how do we stop getting parasites? Stop eating parasites. Honestly, I'm not trying to be, you know what I mean? I'm trying to be honest about it. So I'd say remove the dagger first. If you want to cleanse from parasites, and your body's going to start pushing these things out of you immediately. If they're going to come out, your body will start doing it. But yes, you can help it with, there's people got all. I say use Dr. Sebi remedies. Like you can use cayenne pepper in your foods. That's going to help cleanse parasites. Eating all kinds of mushrooms. That's going to help cleanse parasites. There's a lot of ways to cleanse these parasites. Ginger is going to do a bunch of that. Ginger's going to do a bunch of cleansing. It goes on and on. And then there's the pine needle, like Dr. Truth has pine needle tea, or you can get it. It's kind of hard to find pine needle tea. I've never seen it before. So check out maybe the pine needle tea, because that's a heavy metal detox, I guarantee you. And I have one guy that's like a pine needle pro, and he's not in here tonight. Actually, I don't think many of my regulars are really in here except Mel, and then Hannah and Pacific. Yeah, because our whole tribe's been ripped in half. We had the whole tribe linked up on my main cage, and then it was just gone, and nobody even knows it. It's boil white pine needle tea. I wouldn't boil it too long, because that'll kill the enzymes. But you want to warm it up, but don't boil too long. That kills the life in the plants. You can get them from your pets. Yeah, I mean, but really how? Like how are you getting them from your pets? Like honestly, because honestly, I don't even think. I mean, I know there's natural parasites all around you, but if you're eating a clean diet and you're not like eating a bunch of weird, sketchy like Walmart meat, your parasite levels should be a lot lower, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Garlic does not. Garlic is man-made, family. So, all right, I'm gonna show you guys something. Man, because this is hard. I gotta bring you guys in here. So there's a lot of people who say natural selection and they're just doing this natural breeding and all this stuff, right? For to make these foods. Garlic was a human invention. Garlic is a human invention, and they grow it in the ground. Dandelion root is amazing. Dandelion root is amazing. So if you guys see here, I always use this example because people don't understand what they're doing to this food. You guys, this. Have you ever heard of this? You ever heard of naturally seedless fruits? You ever heard of that? Have you ever heard of a seedless fruit in nature that man didn't make? I'll wait. I'll wait. You try to find this thing. They already made these. They made these. They used other plants to create lemons, and now they got them seedless. And they've got they've got the non-GMO on here. This is how they get us, you guys. This is a prime example of the trickery. I'm trying to tell you guys, we're being tricked, man. I'm really trying. People, they don't want to hear it. They're not ready yet, and it's almost like I'm wasting my time. But then I got a lot of people who can see it, and it's like, thank God, thank God. You cannot get a lemon seed from Walmart to sprout. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure you can't. You know what I mean? I'm sure you cannot. I will not. That would not surprise me. But this is at Trader Joe's. This is at Trader Joe's. Naturally seedless lemons that are non-GMO that are sprayed with lac bug. This lac resin, you guys know what that is? It's shellac. It's a bug that creates a wax, and they smash it into its poop. I've heard of red bananas. I don't know about pink. I know the only ones that I'll mess with are yellow, and they have seeds in them, and they're smaller. What's wrong with the fact that the seeds won't sprout? It's because they're doing a bunch of crazy stuff, you guys. I'm trying to tell you the truth here. I'm telling you the truth. Look, people were getting triggered last night over this. They're trying to say I'm spreading misinformation. And now, literally, all I'm asking people is, what's wrong with this picture? You guys tell me. This is how they trick us on the GMO, you guys. This is very, very important. People don't understand the significance of this. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate you. You got the sea moss, Nixter? Sweet, brother. That's awesome. I bet you're vibing high on that. If you're fasting and or just not even fasting, just take a spoon a day. You get all the vitamins and minerals that you need, all the minerals, and you get much more. You get so much more, man. Do not sleep on sea moss, man. That is the number one weapon to live. Oh yeah, bananas are totally man-made. Even way before 20 years ago, they made them. They made them way bigger. Have you guys heard of a bioreactor? They can make stuff too. I appreciate you, Robin. Again, you guys, I get my CMOS from Dr. Truth, and yes, I'm affiliated with them, and I'm part of Dr. Truth. So, they're in my bio. Yep. I got Dr. Truth in my bio on my link tree. And I also got my free food list in there as well that I give everybody. So if you guys go through me, it helps me a little bit. And also, if you guys do get it, then let me know. I'll get you a promo code. I'll drop it on here. You can screenshot it or whatever you want. And the reason why it's significant is because a lot of it's synthetic, man. They're doing weird shit. And so you want to really, you're looking to heal, and they take all our minerals out of our diet, and we don't have any good source of iodine. Our iodine is fake. The iodine that you find in the traditional American diet is synthetic, man. They tell us plain as day. So we are deficient in these minerals and vitamins. So getting it from a quality source is very important. You know what I mean? And the sea moss is the best salt you can use. It's the best form of salt you can use if you want, to use on your food, to mix into your food. You're welcome. And it's like one of the best omega-3s, you guys. Yeah, I know, Mel. I just talked to them about this again, and it's because they're food products. You can get the book. That's about all you can do. It's a bummer. And that book is dope, though. It's Dr. Sebi's book, and it's like one of the only authentic ones. But yeah, I wish they're having trouble, but they're only going to keep getting bigger. Dr. Truth is blowing up hard right now, and so we might be able to get it out there eventually. Yeah, all the vitamins are synthetic. All the vitamins are synthetic. If we just had the vitamin, did you guys see what I had up? Now that I got some real ones in here, I can maybe pull it up and talk to you adults about it. Oh, you can get the raw sea moss. That's better than nothing. That's better than nothing. That's crazy, though. You would think you'd be able to get it. But I always recommend, if you can't get sea moss and you're by a sea, go walk in the sea. You'll get your minerals if you go walk in the sea every day. That's what we're designed for. Isn't that weird? We're literally designed to consume the sea. And you can through your skin. I've got proof of that. It's really cool. It's crazy. It's like we were designed to be... I think we were designed to live in Africa in a tropical setting where it's warm and we're on the sand and we're barefoot. You know what I mean? And we're in the sun and we're walking through the water, sucking. You can suck up chemicals through your skin, just like when you take a shower. You can suck up all the fluoride and the chlorine. You can go to the beach and suck up all the iodine and the minerals and the sodium. Yeah, grounding on the coast is unbelievably like the best thing that we can do. And nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. It's crazy. But I really like this one because it talks about how it's one of the best sources of omega 3s, you guys. Sea moss. So it's not only the best source of iodine, the best source of sodium, the best source of your minerals, but it's the best source you can get for your omega 3s. And we're all deficient in true omega 3s. And we require omega 3s in our body. And that's one of the only things we can produce B12, vitamin B12, but we require, again, this thing from the sea. We require omega 3s that we cannot get. Just like our minerals, our body can't produce its own minerals, right? And same with omega 3s. Our body can't produce, but our body can produce B12. And that's the thing that they tell us we need to eat all the meat for, is the B12. Again, the omega 3s, you get this, and like walnuts is like one of your best ways to get omega 3s. But again, the benefits don't stop. They don't stop. I've got the mushroom. I've got the mushroom about the lion's mane paused up here. I don't know about you guys, but is it like murderously cold where you live? It's like murderously cold where I'm at. Like it's I don't know, man. They be doing some weird stuff out there. That's all I'm gonna say. But it is murderously, like you walk outside and it's just like it breaks you in half. I just had to shut the door or let the dogs in. You live in a beach city. Yeah, don't sleep on simply going to the beach and grounding. Yep, I try to ground as much as I can. Yep, step in the dirt. Don't be afraid to step in the dirt because you can suck up your minerals that way too. You probably not as much as like the ocean, but you can still get minerals. I did that the other day where I just literally walked barefoot and I let the dirt just suck right up in my skin and I just left it there. I was just like, I mean, what am I washing it off with chlorine, bleach, water for? From the tap. I'm gonna keep the minerals on there. You made a video of your feet in in the sand with the waves. That's nice. Oh yeah, it's definitely meditation. When you know something interesting, you guys may not have heard this before. When you're at the beach, you're at the true source of what we are, because we are these minerals, and we are this water, right? And we are the electrolytes, right? We're made up of this. That's what our bodies, our flesh and blood, is made up of, and that's what we are. We are minerals that meet water. That's what humans are. So when we're at the beach where the minerals are meeting the water, and they're vibing and they're mixing up, and it's the sound and the sun, you know what I mean? It's just like the beach, for everything. I need to just go to the beach. Even though my beach sucks, I'm like an hour and a half away. I need to just go there and be there for a day. Yes, the omega 3s, you guys, they're not in our diet. They're not found in our diet. You're really not. I mean, you can get it from the fish and all that, but there's so much mercury. I used to salmon fish, and I don't eat fish no more because there's so much mercury in it. But anyway, the cleanest source is through plants, man. It's just the way it is. Just the way it is. And Dr. Truths is certified from St. Lucia, so it's the real deal. They test it for mercury and microplastics and all that stuff. They filter it too. You're in northern Washington. Yeah, it's freaking deadly out there, isn't it? Yeah, the freeze is supposed to come tomorrow for me too. Gosh. Oh yeah, Mel, you've got the summer. You got the summer over there. And they're spraying you like crazy. God, isn't that depressing kind of when you look up and you just see this stuff skeeted across your town? Just the other day I was playing football with my kid, man, and these fools just, they go right over the town because I live in a small town. And so, and they go directly over. Why would, and they say it's a jet stream and all this. Why does it jet stream just over town? I'm gonna record it next time it's clear out. I'm gonna drive to the. You don't. I don't have to drive. My town's so small. You can see it where they start it. It's right on the end of town, and they go all the way over town, perfectly over the neighborhood that I live in. It's like a small rural neighborhood, and they fucking stop because it goes back to the country. And then you can see this cloud slowly goes right over my house. I took video of it. I posted a video of it already on my old page that they banned. Yeah, it's so cold, and where I'm at, it's so windy too. It's like, oh my God, man, it cuts you in half. Yeah, and it absorbs the negative out of you. Yep, skin absorbs a lot. That's why I don't shower very often at all, because I know better. And I even have filters, but I don't need to be showering all the showers all day like I used to. Oh yeah, the salt air for your lungs. Oh my God. It goes on and on. The benefits, just like sea moss in general, man. It's just the benefits go and go and go. They don't stop like mushrooms. You guys want to see the mushroom video? Nixter, I love to hear that, man. This is right here what it's all about for me, brother. Thank you for sharing, man. I love when you guys share your little testimonials and stuff, man, because it really inspires me. That's why I'm up here late. It's 1 in the morning. I'm sure it's probably 4 in the morning where you guys are at, or 3 in the morning. I'm surprised there's anybody on here. I just wanted to come on here because this is my new main page that they've just destroyed, shadow banned all my content, and so I'm trying to rebuild it, and I'm trying to be careful because if I get videos pulled down, then they're going to shadow ban me again. And now my content's not getting seen. I was getting tens, hundreds of thousands of views on my content on my freaking main page, and all of it's gone. It sucked. Any pilot will tell you that's not how a jet works, and these planes aren't jet planes. They're not jet planes. Jet planes are way different than these planes. These things are loaded to the gills with chemicals. I'm going to do a video about it. Blizzards heading there with 60-mile-an-hour winds. See, it's all across the country, you guys. There's a lot of information out there. I'm not going to get all into the CERN HARP stuff, but I watched a video. It's actually on my link tree, you guys. If you go on my link tree, if you vibe with me, you can get my free food list, and you can add me on the other socials. But I like to put certain things on there for people, like the videos that I really vibe high with. And I think I got the meaning of oneness on there from YouTube. And then I got one about talking about frequencies and vibrations, about Tesla and how they can create everything. They do it through these vibrations, man. And they can create stuff with these vibrations. It's really crazy, like volcanoes and all kinds of other stuff. That's freaky though. 60-mile-an-hour winds. You're gonna do yeah. Lots of people are doing videos of the sky because it's like they're tired of seeing it, so they just want to like share it. You know what I mean? And then a lot of people, they vibe with it. Yeah, the food coming from the better soil. Huge empath. Yeah, exactly. Me too. And I'm a crab. I'm a water sign too. So it's like double time. I need to go to the ocean and just walk it and breathe it. And our oceans, if we're in the Northwest, because I am too, our oceans suck, especially in the winter. So I'm probably not going to go a lot of barefoot, but just being there, breathing it. And what are you doing, dog? What are you doing? Dog's tripping. Um, but yeah, I want to get like some shoes to where I can still ground through the shoes. I'm gonna try to look for some grounding shoes. I know. I think you can ground with leather. You don't want to shrink. Try to catch up with you guys. Yeah, that's what I always say. You know, if these are jet streams, man, it's really simple. So we've seen jet streams, they dissipate from a real jet. I've never seen a jet leave a cloud behind it, but these other planes that fly lower and slower, they've got this weird stream. What is it? What is it made of? It's made of fuel. Fuel dissipates. There was somebody trying to say that on a friend's page the other day. They said it's jet fuel, and it doesn't dissipate. That's how fuel works, they said. And I'm like, oh my god, man. There really is people who believe this still. That the like and the guy continued to say how he's a scientist. Anyway, if you've seen these planes, they've got these huge tanks in them to spray this stuff, and they've got all this crazy nanotechnology in it. And man, why are they just spraying the jet stream only over the town? Why does it only go over the town and then it stops? If it stops, that proves that the jet stream is not evident right there. If the chemtrail stops, how is the plane still flying and all of a sudden the jet fuel is burning off again and it's not leaving the cloud? Right? So we can disprove the jet stream thing with simple common sense. Right? It's as simple as looking up, oh, look, that plane stopped the jet stream. Wouldn't it be a constant always? It would always be going. Well, there's a time where they hit NOS and then it makes a jet stream. Shut the hell up. And what is it? What is it made of? This jet stream, it's fuel that just stays in the sky. You think that's healthy? You think that's healthy, that this stuff's leaving a cloud over your home? You think that's good for us? Because I'm here to tell you that jet fuel is probably not healthy to breathe. You know what I'm saying? And then it goes even further. It goes even further, like with these chemtrails. If it's not jet fuel, what is it? If it was good for us, wouldn't they be spraying electrolytes and stuff over us and multivitamins that are food grade? You know? No, hell no. It's time we got to admit it. We got to admit that there's something shady. I don't know exactly what's in it, but it's not good. Yeah, I use water socks. Yeah, frequency. The waves are frequency. Yeah, see, I want to gather. It's hard to do that though. They know that too, to try to gather it and test it. But I've seen videos of people putting things outside to catch the rain and catch the chemtrails, right? And then they test the heavy metals in it and stuff. And then there's supposed to be these little like weird wires that are coming down with it that they can embed in you, and it goes on and on, man. Exactly, exactly, Robin. Because they say that it's hydrocarbons. What's hydrocarbons? Hydrocarbons is petroleum, right? And so this jet fuel, even though it's a lot better quality than our car gas, it's still based off of petroleum, which if it's burned, it dissipates and it goes into our atmosphere and it destroys our planet, which everyone thinks is a joke. You know what I mean? Everyone thinks, oh, you're going to start talking about the global warming and the pollution. Oh no. Well, you know what? Half of our fucking coral reef is gone in our ocean. And they project the rest to be gone within 5 years. We will have zero coral reef and nobody cares. So what? I'm not living down there. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? You know how that's going to devastate the whole entire fucking planet. And that's just one of the many things. Exactly. Isn't it simply, it's just hilariously obvious, you know? I got to readjust myself because my back's killing me. It's the bug poisoning too, huh? It's that and so much more, I'm sure. There you go. Yeah, I'm sure he can come up with something clever. This is what we need. This is what I talk about, like how we're gonna change this place. We got a lot of smart people that aren't. They're not using. They're not being. They're not being used correctly for their skills, and then there's a lot of people who simply are just no. They don't have no chance of showing their true talents because the way that this world's designed, it requires you to conform to a certain profession and go to school, and you got to do it this way and that way or else you're nothing. And there's a lot of people in this world that have a lot of you know skills that could be used in changing the way that this place is. They're trying to replicate the coral reefs. That's freaking crazy. I think it is the one in Australia, Mel, isn't it? Yeah, you better hit the bed too. I hear you. Got the ultrasound for the kidney stones. We're praying for you, fam. Good luck on that. And you know, the kidney stones is tough, family, but you can help that. There's ways of doing it. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you it's diet related. We shouldn't be getting these things in our bodies, guys. That's not normal. They try to make us think it's normal. It's your body, this, that. No. Hell no. It's not normal. Why look at how elaborately, intricately, amazingly we're designed. You know what I mean? The creator that created us, we are very, very elaborate. And they would have never created us to just have these stones in us that we gotta piss out. No way in hell, man. You know what I mean? It's just too bad. And I'm gonna blame the diet on that. 100%. Yep, exactly. A lot of smart people are just doing what they're told and they're listening to what they think are the facts and their books and you know what I mean? Etc. And it's like, well, the government said and that's when it's like, okay, man, you still think these guys got your back? Look around you. You know what I mean? Look around you. How have they helped you? Yeah, they're killing it. How do you replicate coral reef? Synthetic? They're making it. I appreciate you, Debbie. Appreciate that you vibe with me. Yep, I've got lots of proof on lots of stuff that they're doing on this planet. Thank you for the gift, family. I appreciate the gifts and the likes and everything. Again, that helps my page quite a bit. Yep, ADHD and the autistic people. Yep, and that's where our existence is heading. I mean, appreciate you. Think about the schools, man, or not even just the school. The schools were started by the Rockefellers, so that right there is a red flag. You know what I mean? But the the human race, man, we're starting to get more and more autistic, and we're starting to have more and more problems, and we're doing all these things that change our DNA. And it's like, I hate to say it this way, but if you've got autistic people that are with autistic people, and they're making autistic people, and then so suddenly the whole entire race is going to start changing. In a sense, you're not going to know, because we're going to have them mixed up. You know what I mean? Thank you, Los Angeles. I appreciate you, fam, for that. That's super cool of you. Yeah, it's just crazy what they're doing, you know? Yes, I do, Debbie. I really do. I think that we're really honing in on it. I really, really do. Everything that tells me things is telling me that the time is near, and this is a good time to find God, man. Like, for real, or whatever you call him, her, it. I don't care. Find your creation, whatever you want to do it. Find the light is what I'm saying. Find the light in your heart, and straight up. Dang, that one's freaking crazy. Yeah, there's the coral reef, man. You sent me a coral reef, bro. I hope that's not the last time I see it. I appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, these kids, these people who are autistic, it's sad, because they have a soul, man. They have a soul, and you notice, there's a lot of people who are like happy, but most of the people that are autistic are not very. They're not very happy. They don't know how to cope, and they're not allowed. I think that for autistic people, uh, microdosing mushrooms and microdosing MJ cannabis is huge. Thank you for the coral, fam. That's cool. Um, but yeah, I really think that these kids could really benefit from some medicinal herbs. Really, you saw a video that the 144, it's is not an amount but a frequency the chosen will get to. No, Mel, you should send that to me. That's interesting. That's really cool. I like that. Yeah, I look at the whole thing, the whole 144, as more of a, like, a kind of an analogy, like how, it's not like a bunch of people, but it is a lot of people that are going to help change the world, man. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, it sounds crazy, but I'm really trying to save souls on here, and I've been doing it to some extent, you know. I appreciate the gifts, man. That makes the life a lot better, man. I appreciate you. Yep, yep. And the ADHD, it really pisses me off, man, because, and it's not. I'm not just gonna blame Red Dye 40 for the ADHD, but what the hell is causing it? It's not these poor children. They're not just ADHD. Like, a lot of kids are just active being kids, right? If not, they're consuming these things that cause these. Red dye 40 is one of the main, like, they trace the red dye 40 back to ADHD, right? Well, red dye 40 is made of petroleum, literally made of petroleum. So we go back to what they're putting in our food, you guys. I got to pull this up now. We're going to talk about this, you guys. Since I got a good group that's mellow and quiet, I really like this. I've been having huge groups in my other lives, and it's nice to have smaller groups. So the red 40, the yeah, and is mercury. No, red 40 is actually petroleum. It's made from coal tars and hydrocarbons, which is petroleum. And So a lot of these, the medications, the pharmaceuticals that you get from big pharma, a lot of them are petroleum based. So the kids got the problem from the petroleum, so they give them the petroleum pill to try to cure the petroleum reaction. And that's what's happening around us, and it's happening to these kids. These people are still putting kids on these pills because they can't figure it out. They can't figure it out, right? Oh, I don't know what to do. My kid just won't listen. I have to give him the pills. Are you know what I mean? What's the kid eating? Well, he just had some red dye 40 and some red Skittles, and we went to Mickey D's, and then we went over to, while we were out, we stopped by the Froyo. You know what I mean? And now he's got ADHD, and we can't figure it out. It's just so complicated. It's so hard to figure out. It's just the doctors can't figure it out. You know what I mean? No one can figure this out. This ADHD. And then it's like, oh well, did you hear that they link red dye 40 to ADHD? Well, where's red dye 40 in everything? If you're eating anything refined or anything in a box, it's gonna probably be in there. It is a sad story. It is a super sad story. It's this is what I'm doing this for, and this is why I don't know, some dark force keeps shutting me down and banning me, and I keep going on it. I'm not gonna stop, man. You know, and it's sad. It's fucking sad. Like these kids are literally getting put on these pills still. Think about that. Think about that. The, if the kid's on Whole Foods, dude, they're not gonna the likelihood of that is way different. Oh, gluten's a huge thing. There's a lot of huge things. Gluten and refined carb, gluten is the part that that's the starch, right? That glues. It's called gluten, right? Gluten, and it's what glues the bread together, right? Glues the wheat together. So this gluten, it's synthetic. It's not that they add it in. It's a derivative of a fake plant that's synthetic, and it's made with starch, and starch is glue. They use starch to glue paper together at the factory, and that's what is in our food: starch and gluten. And people are like, oh, I've got a gluten intolerance, and people are like, oh, you're a clown. Well, let's look at the food pyramid. You know what I'm saying? I had that up earlier. Let's take a look at it again, man. Check it out. It's toxic AF, Mel. It's toxic AF. Look at this. You guys remember this? They're just prescribing. Mm-hmm. Look at the biggest part of this pyramid. Look at the biggest portion. Look at what you're supposed to get, all these servings of a day. They want you to have 6 to 11 servings of this a day. This is how you know this is a matrix. Look. Are you kidding me? Look at all that bread, dude. That stuff is not healthy. I love bread. Don't get me wrong. But I'm telling you right now, it's not good for you. Yeah, they got rid of it, right? Now it's gotten rid of. You got to screenshot it so you can show the friends. This is the vibe that it reminds me of, guys. So does this remind you of something? We still haven't learned from our history. You know what I mean? This isn't a real ad that they had back in the day. They say doctors recommend camels. We haven't, you know what I mean? We have to learn from our history, man. We don't learn from nothing. We live in the moment. We're distracted. We're tricked. You know what I mean? We're constantly. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's really sad, dude. Unleavened bread, anything made with wheat is toxic, man. That's just the way it is. You can make other breads though. I make a bread with chickpea flour, but wheat is unfortunately it's man-made, and people they can't wrap their mind around it. It was a hobby crop. Literally back in the 1700s, they made wheat as a hobby crop for just growing like for fun, like a school project. And then somebody saw it and said, "Hey, let's feed this to the human race for years, for the next thousands of years." Crazy. And now they've been in and out of labs so much that it's unbelievable, man. These things have been in and out of labs. So again, we can people will try to say this is natural selection, right? People try to say this is natural selection. This is not natural selection, man. It's not natural selection. Nope. Corn used to be a wheat. Yes. Corn used to be a type of grass. Yep. And they grew each of those kernels one by one, painstakingly over 10,000 years. Yep. Yep. Completely man created. Completely man created. We need to understand they're making this into a powder, they're feeding it to the children. Think about that. Takis and stuff is made out of corn flour. Corn was made kernel by kernel, and it's been in and out of labs. It's genetically modified. We know all this stuff now. We know all of it. We know we don't digest it, and they're making it into a powder. Imagine making plastic into a powder. We don't digest plastic either, and it's the same thing. They call it nature's plastic. They already do make plastic out of corn because it's so tough, and they make it a powder, and we eat it. We eat it. Think about that. The kids are eating Takis. Anything that's corn deriven is toxic. Wheat, corn are the top two that are really going after us, you guys. Yep, and it's fat. It's fat. Not a good fat. It's a false fat. It's an inflammatory reaction to a fake plant. Think of it. It is really sad. Think of all the people who are eating this stuff. Watch when the truth comes out. You guys are going to remember this day. You guys will remember this. You'll be like, dude, I remember that guy on TikTok talking about this shit, and it's in everything. I'm not making this up. This is fucking mind blowing. It's mind blowing. Really think about it. Really let it set in. Yep, and the corn syrup they make out of it, they make the sugar. Citric acid grows on GMO corn syrup. People were triggered earlier on the citric acid because they were defending black mold, and they were mad that their citric acid is made on fake corn syrup. Oh yes, high fructose corn syrup. If you're putting that in your body, you guys, you know, just be mindful. Just be mindful. Look what these guys do. It goes on and on. You guys saw the seedless lemons earlier. You guys saw the seedless lemons. There's no more denying it. We can't play the oh, it's natural selection. I always tell people my lives are a red pill. If you jump on my live, you're taking the red pill. You're gonna know the truth, and that's it. I don't sugarcoat it either, really, because we don't have time to anymore. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to get back into where I can get in front of more people, and get eyes on the content that I'm making because it's important. I mean, think of the human race. Do a Google search on how much corn and wheat is consumed each year. Think of all these farms, they're growing it. This is huge. Multi-billion dollars industries on casually just exposing them. Like honestly though. And it's like even if you vibe with wheat and corn, you got to understand that it just devastates your blood sugars. It just spikes your blood sugars through the roof. Appreciate the likes, Deanna. Appreciate you on that. But it's crazy to really fully let it sink in that the stuff that everybody's consuming is, we can go back and forth on the chemtrails and stuff like that. You can say this, that, or the other. But when it comes to this food, this is serious, man. It's serious. This food is what we are. It's your skin, your hair, your nails are all made of what you are eating. And it's really scary and freaky. Like how the hell can we still make nutrients out of this fake food? How are we not just dying from it like fast? And they elaborate it. They elaborate it very well, man. They take these in labs and they use just enough of the teeny bit of nature that's left, and they use that with all the stuff that we got to heal. Our body has to heal from it. It's not a nourishment. When we eat food, we're supposed to absorb a lot of it and use it to build as building blocks for our bodies and our nervous system and our brain and our cells, right? And this is the opposite, guys. It's the opposite though. It's the opposite, this food. You know what I mean? And I just tell people, man, just eat whole foods. And you can still even eat grains, eat ancient grains. This wheat, our body doesn't recognize what it is. It's like grinding up sawdust and feeding it to the human race. It sounds whack. It sounds like, oh, this guy's conspiracy. No, man, it's not about any of that. It's facts. No, coffee. I appreciate the compliment. I'm not a teacher. I'm a TikTok. I go on TikTok and try to inform people. But I learned this because I was sick, man. And when you're sick and you don't believe in the pharma, then you're going to research like your life depends on it. And that's what I did. And I'm pretty extreme. I'm pretty extreme when I do stuff. And every waking moment I was researching for the past 3 years, pretty much. Every waking moment I was researching. I stayed away from all distractions. I stayed away from anything that wasn't serving me. And I studied my ass off and I learned, and I attracted the information, in various unorthodox ways that we're told we're not supposed to learn, like Googling shit or YouTubing it. Now, at first, when I would look through stuff, it's hard to find the truth, right? But I just got really good at being able to read between the lines. And when you can use your discernment and read between the lines, you can cut the time in half that it takes to learn something. And it goes further than that. I mean, I've been a mechanic, and I do all kinds of different sports, and I've done a lot of I've rebuilt boats and all kinds of stuff. So I've had a lot of mixture in my life of learning different things, and I've always been kind of not poor, but I've never really chased money hard. So you have to get good at being a DIY person if you don't like blowing money and you don't make a bunch of money. And so pretty much being poor all my life has enabled me to kind of look at it as, hey, it's make or break, and I got to figure this out, and I'm gonna. And it, it's been painstaking to try to get to the bottom, but that's where I'm blessed now, to where it's like I really, I have a firm grip on how to handle a lot of stuff, and when it comes to the food, I've just, I get to the bottom of it because I've been tricked. Yeah, I would come to Chile if I could. If I had a choice, I would not be in America. America's trash, dude. We got everything here that's banned everywhere else. Just take a look. Why is nobody's even really tripping on that? I mean, people talk about it, but it's like, why is all this shit banned everywhere? Isn't that a red flag to us? That all these ingredients are banned everywhere?
And then they're all linked to cancers and fucking ADDs and all this. And we still are going to the doctors. And they're giving us chalky white petroleum based pills to cure our diseases. When we're eating a bunch of stuff that's banned. It's banned. There's no oh well Snickers bars, no bro. Unfortunately, if you're an adult and you're still eating those, good luck, man. I'm sorry. And they taste good. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to take anybody's Snicker bars. But it's like, man, you're playing with a dirty game. Mm-hmm. Coffee Queen. And and it goes on, fam. There's lots of stuff that we've got here. I don't want to tell you anything about what's in your name. Yeah, nowadays, if information is more than money, if you have the knowledge, it's priceless, and that's why I try to share it, man. Because I've seen that I've had this knowledge, and I look around and I see these people that are suffering, man, and nobody's figuring it out. Why aren't we figuring it out? Why aren't we changing anything? It's obviously not working the way we're doing it. It's not working out. They try telling us that our life expectancy is going up and shit. Hell no, it ain't, dude. Hell no. Hell no. Nope. All they can do is they can limp you along with these meds. Yeah, they're very elaborately created. It's unbelievable how elaborate that they made these meds to where they can actually make a difference somewhat. But a lot of it, they play off of the placebo effect. And that's why they have to put these medication through these trials of the placebo, because mostly that proves how amazing the human body is at healing in the mind. If you tell yourself you're going to heal and you allow your body to heal, you will heal. But if we don't pull the dagger out, then it's a lot harder. That's the food. We got to pull the dagger out. I appreciate you guys. Like I said, this is a calm, mellow night for me. It's really nice to get on here and talk to you guys, because usually on my other page we were running an average of 500 people a night, which was nice though, because a lot of people out of those 500 were like-minded people, and so a lot of people were learning at once, and we were up to over 2,000 people at one time, and then we were getting over 1,000 on even this one. I had over 1,000 people in the live, and then these people, when I get that much people, there are people that hate, and they hit me on the misinfo, and so they banned me off of going live because enough people said the same thing, or they reported me. It's crazy. Our health is very much a business, and it's a business and more. It's a design. Our health, our state of our health is designed. It's designed to keep us exactly where we're at right now. Coffee, you don't. Do you want to know about coffee? I don't want to take people's coffee, man. Coffee is like one of the only things that people get through the day. I get it, but if you want to know some facts, if you've got anything going on that you want to try to remedy, I can tell you some stuff about coffee, but you might not want it after I talk to you about it. Back to the Matrix, Deanna. Yep, I hear you, fam. Have a good night. Mayberry, that's a really good question. Get it glass. Make sure it's glass. Because these plastic blenders, most blenders are plastic, and think about that. Think about the microplastics, right? It's very scary, microplastics, and in a plastic blender, you're heating it, so the plastic leaches with heat. We know that if your blender's getting hot from spinning, it's leaching plastic into your stuff. So be mindful, you know. And then you're chopping food up, it's hitting the plastic, it's hitting the food, it's knocking stuff around. Some of those other blenders, they have the blades really close to the plastic, and the food's getting stuck in between, and it's heating it up. Um, it I think of things kind of deeply, and not it's not fun. But anyways, guys, I always recommend get you a glass blender. Get you a glass blender. That's very important. Luckily, they still have them. Yeah, the education system is definitely a reversal. I mean, we could have something for the kids, but not like the way they've got it structured. It's trash. They need to restructure it. Yeah, when you're talking about trying to, when you're talking about anything going on, anything, anything, anything. If I somehow was this doctor, right, and somebody came in my office and they said, "Bro, I've got this, and I've got the kidney stones, I've got the high blood pressure, and I'm overweight," and if they don't ask you what your diet is right away, then I would run from that guy, because that's the first thing I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna say, "All right, what's your diet?" Well, it's the traditional American diet. Okay, I'm gonna tell you to leave my office, and if you want to heal, if you want to get better, you can't eat the traditional American diet. So stop doing that, and then come back and we'll talk. That's exactly what I would tell people every day, all day. I'd probably never make any money. You know what I mean? Because people, they would either go to another doctor or they would tell me to screw off. But honestly, because changing your diet, 99% of the time, it's if you're improving your diet, that's not anything that is going to be a negative thing. You know what I'm saying? But you can have these crazy ass reactions to these pills, and either you could die from them, or you could have weird shit that 20 years later they'll tell you can try to get a little bit of a lawsuit out of it. Okay, so the coffee, fam. So the coffee's tough because coffee is very low quality in essence, and the coffee bean is not really designed to be consumed the way we consume it. Okay, it requires a whole lot of processing, and there's over 20 carcinogens found in coffee. Coffee is also one of the highest sprayed plants in the world, with glyphosate, bug spray. And if you get it organic, that's fine. But then we have to look at what's called acrylamide. Acrylamide, okay? Um, yeah, coffee. So acrylamide is this toxin that's carcinogenic. It's pure cancer. Like, honestly, if you know what acrylamide is, it's in its form. It is pure cancer. It's a carcinogen. Okay, and you get this when you're cooking food. Anything that you're charring black, like that blackness, don't ever eat black. That is acrylamide. Okay, so when I cook my food, I cook it with as low a temp as I can. All right, um, but coffee is very carcinogenic, family. You've got acrylamide. Okay, that's when they roast the beans. It creates the carcinogen acrylamide. Okay, because they roast these very quickly and very hot. All right, then you have what's called aflatoxins. Okay, aflatoxins is another. It's aflatoxins. If you guys watch my video that I just made on peanut butter, if you want to learn, because mainly that video is about aflatoxins. All right, and aflatoxins, it grows on these weird man-made plants and not man-made, and it's a type of mold that you can't see, smell, taste. You can't see it, smell it, taste it, but you can test for it, right? You can test it in these things, and it's usually high in aflatoxins, and it's a type of mold. Okay, and then it goes deeper. I know a lot about coffee because I used to drink it, and I never vibed with it, and I told myself to, and I just never did really. And the coffee, the caffeine, and this, people sleep on what these defense toxins are, but caffeine's a defense toxin of this plant. All right, so this defense toxin, That's not good, right? When animals and plants secrete a defense toxin, it's a poison. And that's what caffeine is. Caffeine is the plant's defense toxin. If I have my video on here about coffee, you guys check it out. It's in, look at all the, you guys, they it's so hard because they open a new Starbucks every day, every single day, and they give you your hot coffee in these plastic cups, guys. Tell me that's not leaching. Once you pass 70 degrees, all plastic will leach. Think of how toxic. And the wax cups, you guys, it goes on and on. Okay? It's in they're milkshakes. This coffee, for a lot of people, they're milkshakes. And milk is toxic and it spikes your insulin, and sugar is toxic, spiking your insulin. Coffee is a low down, dirty scam on us. However, and it's very acidic to the body. All these things that are not good for us create acid in the body. Coffee is very, very acidic, and I bet you guys have heard that before. And consuming things that are acidic, it's not good. They try lying to us, telling us we need both. Hell no. We eat alkaline. Our body requires alkalinity. And our stomachs are acidic for a reason, because the acid is made to break down the alkaline to balance our pH level to an alkaline state. All right? So coffee, the acid in coffee alone is very bad for your gut. It's very bad for everything. It's disease forming acid. So we've got over 20 carcinogens. We've got acid and we've got, this is the plant's, caffeine is the plant's toxin that it secretes to ward off something killing it. Okay? And then we fill it up with sugar and put it in plastic cups. I mean, you're probably not doing all that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, this is where it's at. What is my diet, fam? Los Angeles, brother, or sister. It is alkaline vegan. Yep. And you can check my food list. I show everybody my diet. And I even give you guys alternatives, and I offer that for free. You guys go get my food list out of my link tree. And I've got some other goodies in there for everybody. I put a couple videos that I really vibe with in there. I got my IG. I got my YouTube in there. So if you guys like my lives, I've been uploading my lives on my YouTube. So you guys can go back over and check it out if you want. It's just, they're long and boring, but because you're not interacting, obviously, you're just watching it. But I mean, I'm dropping this same kind of intel in there, and people are sleeping on me, dude. It's crazy. I just keep laughing. Like, people are sleeping on this information, and nobody really talks about it, man. It's just mind-blowing. When the truth gets out there, you guys watch and see. You guys watch and see, shit's gonna pop off. Because this is the truth. It's not stuff I make up or opinions. I'm not just saying, well, my opinion is coffee's unhealthy. No, man. No, man. There's really not much benefit to this stuff. It's like pink Himalayan salt. You know, they tell you, oh, well, there's these things in coffee that's this. Hell no. They ain't worth it to me. You know, just like there's 98 minerals in pink salt, right? Or something like that. Guess what? 98% of the salt is just plain old, nasty, dirty old salt. And then there's 2% that's actually these that are comprised of these 98 minerals, right? That's found in the ocean. Well, these minerals are toxic also, because this is an old, dirty ass, dried up, nasty ocean. So why do you want to get your minerals from a dirty ass old ocean? And then the government biotech website tells us, I put it right in my videos, the government's biotech website tells us plain as day that you have to eat 5 spoonfuls of this salt before you would see any nutrient benefit from this toxic, crappy minerals. And then people are still defending pink salt, which is fine. I know people are going to always do this. But it's like, man, when are we going to wake up? I'm so ready for people to wake up. It's like I'm alone here sometimes, you know? And it's heavy. It's like I say, it's heavy. And that's why I got to come on here. And I could be making some good videos, but it's like I got to take a break and I got to unpack You know what I mean? And I like to try to connect with you guys because the lives are just a different type of connection. You know what I mean? It's more of a personal thing. So, and then I get to kind of talk from, I get to kind of talk, you know, from within instead of like trying to do this video where I'm trying to attract like an audience to see this information. Like I'm taking this TikTok stuff on a totally different level than most people. Yeah. Yep. And now that I'm on the diet I'm on, you guys, you can't beat it. Eating foods that are alive, and just it goes on, and fasting in between. Oh yeah, the dopamine hit. It is a dopamine hit. Eating this food is a dopamine hit, without a doubt. That's cool. I like the naturopaths, but believe it or not, even those guys have it wrong sometimes. Believe it or not, a lot of people really don't know the truth. Um, but the naturopaths are a lot better. But unfortunately, they messed with a lot of our holistic stuff, so we have to be wary. And again, you guys, if you vibe with me, look up Dr. Sebi because he was the guy that had it right. He was the guy that explained that these foods that are acid, they're man-made, and the foods that are alkaline are earth-made. And you want alkaline in your body, the acid foods that are man-made like carrots, you know, potatoes, all these things create carbonic acid in our bodies. Broccoli, cauliflower, those are all inventions. Wheat, those are all man-made inventions. You're never drinking it again. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't ruin it for you, but I want you to know the truth and I want you to be healthier, man. Really, I do. And just go to a fine tea. It's so much better in every way. I love my tea. If I didn't have tea, I would probably curl up in a ball right now because tea is slept on. I did a video about elderberry or about the elderberry tea that I drink. You guys can check that out. Um, Tea is so amazing. I just finished another one. This one was dandelion root and elderberry, and this elderberry tea is amazing, you guys. It's made with hemp tea bags because most of them are made with toxic tea bags with bleach, and even the little staple is lead that leaches into your tea. And there's also what fluoride in the tea in the tea bags in the tea, and they grow it with the fluoride. So get you guys a high quality organic tea and vibe on that way higher than you ever would on any toxic coffee. If you're drinking elderberry tea and switching it out for fucking cancerous coffee, you're going to be vibing way higher. I promise you, your gut's going to thank you. Your body will thank you. You're not going to get these weird energy dips and all this. I mean, essentially, if unless you're eating, the traditional diet, but essentially, it's just a mind blowing difference. Yeah, the coffee's crazy. Yep, get people in the trades. They want people in the trades. Then you'll get stuck in them. You know what I mean? We all get. They want us stuck. It is devilish. It is beyond just an accident anymore. This isn't just like, oh, we were doing this coffee, and it just so happens to have all these toxins. Nope, nope. They knew it. They're the ones that know all about it because they're the ones that put it on their websites. The government's biotech websites that I always reference, they're the ones they know about it, and then the FDA goes and improves it. It is very addicting too. And it's delicious. And again, it goes back to how elaborate they are. They make this stuff taste so good because these I'm not going to say these people aren't smart. They're evil, but they're fucking smart. They're unbelievably scary smart. They really are. And so they make this stuff taste amazing. Look at sugar. You know what I mean? Beet sugar, beets are man-made and they're GMO and they're sprayed with glyphosate. right? And then they pull these beets and they break it down and get the sugar out of them because there's starch, right? And they make your table sugar that's found in all. If you have a package, a box, a bag of food, and it says sugar in the ingredients, you're literally consuming table sugar. It's not like a good sugar, right? And it's so common. It's in everything. But after they take this beet sugar out of this beets, it's like it's kind of brown or whatever, right? Like it's got a color to it. Well, that's not good enough for us, right? That's not good enough. That we want it white, right? We want everything white. We want our toilet paper white. We want our sugar, our salt. We want everything white, right? Why? Who gives a damn if it's white? Well, how do they make it white? They run it through bones, dirty old bones they get from nasty old countries. They don't even use the nasty animal bones we have here all over the place, like the stacks of carcasses. They run the sugar through bones that are in third world countries and stuff. What's up, Sleepy? How you doing, brother? Right on, Coffee. I'm glad that you can see the truth, fam, and you can accept it and understand it because it's hard for people. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. Sorry, man. You know, I got started late. I was going to get on way earlier, but I had so much stuff I had to do that it was like, dude, I got to get it done. So, and my phone keeps filling up with memory because I'm making all these videos and stuff. So I had to like sit there and like, you know, clear out my phone. It's just one thing after another. Yep. Yep. They tell you all these benefits. I got to do a video like I did with the pink salt where I can explain like they give you all these benefits and they're all lies. You guys seen my pink Himalayan salt video? Carrots are super high oxalate, and we were talking. What were we talking earlier with the homegirl? She was going to get her freaking kidney stones looked at. Oxalates, man, oxalates, right? Those things are in all of our diets, man. Even spinach is really high in oxalates. If you guys consume raw spinach, spinach is man-made too. Isn't that crazy? They even took the one that they told us was like the superfood, and they made it, and it's super high in oxalates, and it's not that good. It's not that good. I'd rather eat dandelion weeds than fucking eat spinach. Isn't that crazy? What do you use for sweetener, guys? I always tell you it's a big deal. Do not use sugar for your sweetener in your teas if you sweeten it. I use organic monk fruit powder or use a high quality stevia. That sounds pretty good. Blue butterfly pea flower tea. That could be good. Sounds kind of crazy, but hey man, if you're drinking any tea, it's better. But just don't go get your Walmart Lipton tea with the bleached bags, guys, and the toxic staples and all of that. Just do some research, or like I said, I recommend the elderberry, and if you don't like the elderberry, that brand probably makes a bunch more that I'm gonna look into too, because I really like that brand. I really like that they use hemp papers that are not nothing. It's just hemp, and they don't and they're just self-contained. There's no staple. There's no string. There's nothing. And it's just like if I'm gonna drink something, I wanna be, you know, feel good about it. So I use spring water, and I use my tea bags, and I use organic monk fruit powder. Yep, yep. The tea bags. They even getting us on the tea bags, guys. You know the TP also. The TP is a lot like tea bags. You know that? You know that, right? Please tell me you know. Because they use formaldehyde and bleach to make this TP. And it's like, why does the TP need to be white? They make it out of trees. I'll take it brown. Well, you got to be able to see the poop when you wipe it off. Oh, okay. So you're going to bleach it and use formaldehyde and other chemicals to make it soft and white. And you know the most absorbent part of the body. You know where it is in the humans. other than your mouth, it's your midsection. Why do you think they use suppositories? You know, I followed this chick on TikTok because I liked her video. She made a video about consuming mud water with dirt. You know what I mean? And essentially it's minerals. And I was vibing with her, right? And then I came across she's telling people to take coffee enemas, you guys. Coffee enemas. And I commented on there, and I didn't mean it rude. I was like, hey, I just want to let you know that coffee is actually not very good for you, and you're telling people to put this up their, you know what? And she replies and said, well, we're not. I don't drink coffee. I'm not eating. I'm not drinking it. And I said, I'm sorry to tell you, this is you're gonna absorb it. You putting this stuff up in there. Your body is very absorbent. We are sponges on the outside as well as in. And when you do a suppository, you do that so you consume it in concentrated amounts. So she's recommending these people to be shooting this carcinogenic toxic coffee up their butts. And she's saying that it's okay. And she's giving out all these recommendations. It's scary out there. And it's like, what do I do about that? I commented, I tried. I hope she took it, you know, as not an attack, and that she needs to be careful what she's recommending people to be doing. You're shooting coffee. She said we need him. Dude, hell no. Hell no, do we need to shoot this fake ass nasty coffee that's full of carcinogens up your butt? Crazy. Crazy. This is our world. Scary. I'm trying to catch up with you guys. Yeah, man. Popeyes? What do you mean? Popeye lied. Yes. Popeye was a scam. And I think it was a deliberate one. I don't know how innocent it was, but I know I'm learning a lot of it's set up. You don't use a sweetener, you like the green tea, that's what's up, man. Just make sure it's high quality organic and make sure you know what your bags are. You have to look in carefully. They don't tell you very, very easily unless they're like a good company. If you see them promoting what their bags are made of, then you know they're probably decent. Because a lot of the other ones you have to dig and dig and dig. And a lot of them be using cotton, that's cool. But then they bleach it. Why do I need my tea bag to be so bleach white? You guys, I'm catching up to you with the coffee up the butt. It's an exit, bro. Never in nature. I told her, I said never, ever, ever in true nature would we be in the woods brewing this coffee over this fire in this canteen or whatever. What are you doing? And you're heating up these coffee beans. What the hell are you doing? You're shooting it up your butt, man? No fucking way. No, there's no way in hell anything in nature would be doing that. You told these people they need it. And she's like blowing up on TikTok a little bit, like off that video, and that comment that I made started getting a bunch of likes on it or whatever. And then I saw her other video and I'm just like, oh my God. You know, I'm like, oh my God, man, these people really don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, you did them for 20 years. That's insane. I'm sorry. I did a lot of toxic things for years too. I smoked and I drank, you know, and my food was the worst. My drug, my food, what I ate. I drank gallons of milk every day, you guys. I would eat 3 bowls of cereals at night before bed. Isn't that crazy? And now look where I'm at. It hit me quick and hard. Eating like that, and it taught me quick, and I quit it quick, and I changed. It was very drastic. I lived drastically. I failed really hard, and then I get a lot. You know, I get out of the failure really hard. You know, that's crazy. Thank God that you stopped doing them. Your body will heal from it. But geez, Louise, we do not. We're shooting cancer right up in there. Coffee is cancer. Like, that's how I look at it. Coffee equals cancer. It's literally a secret cancer. Like, it's a way to get people to smoke cigarettes without smoking cigarettes. And that's the whole diet, too. It's not just coffee. You know what I mean? You're trying to heal, right? Isn't that sad? Yeah, so a lot of people are pushing this coffee enema, huh? Isn't that freaky? Oh, use organic. I don't give a damn because these coffee isn't even made to be consumed from the start. It's got caffeine in it. Caffeine is this plant's defense toxin. You guys know what the cochineal bug is? The cochineal cockroach. It's a scale insect that they put in our food to dye it. Red dye. If it's not red dye 40, it's cochineal. They're able to use this as a dye, and they call it natural flavors. They can call it natural because it's a bug, and it secretes this what's called carmine when it's being killed. They kill the bugs first, so they release this toxin, and then they use that as their dye. Go look at my video on the cochineal, and I post it sometimes, and people all get on there. We know what the cochineal bug is. We don't care. We don't care. You know, and it's still like, man, a lot of people don't even know that this is in their food. You don't care? Then go eat them. That's what I tell people. Go eat them. Go eat the bugs. People want to know what these things are in our food. Just at least know it, and then go and fucking do whatever you want. You know, why do you got to argue me and fight me on the truth? Everything's better for me after coffee. Giving up coffee. I drink it every day. And it's tough because you want to cream it up and you want to sugar it up. And good luck finding a healthy creamer. You'll never find a healthy creamer. And it's weird because tea, I don't need to cream it. Tea is just bomb as tea. Isn't that weird? But coffee really likes cream for most people. A lot of people can drink it black and all that. I get it. But me, I was a cream and sugar guy. It tasted gross to me. It just tastes like ass. You know what I mean? Like the homie said, you drink the tea straight. I can drink tea straight. Compared to coffee, it's ass. And think of the concentration. Think of how they grind it up into this powder, and we run this water so it breaks down a ton of it, and it's black. You can't see through it. Look at your tea. You can see through your tea usually. You know what I mean? And even if you couldn't, why aren't we concentrating the herbs up like that and putting that black herb tea, you know, and the black concentration? Why aren't we pushing that around? That's the tea that'll heal you instead of the coffee that'll kill you. Oh, 4 to 5 times. Oh yeah, you healed from that if you did it 4 to 5 times. You know what I mean? But it's just the principle. The Grayson therapy. Or the Gerson, I don't even know what that is. They push the coffee enema. I think she might have something to do with that stuff. She's like pushing all this weird stuff. And she's got a bunch of stuff mixed in that's fake and man-made, and people don't know better. They say that they're these holistic stores. And that's why Dr. Truth's the only one I'll roll with, because they only have real stuff. You guys also, Mel, I don't know if you saw this. The Botana oil, you guys. This stuff. Oh, talking about coffee. You guys like the smell of coffee? I love the smell of coffee. I'm not going to lie. This stuff smells like coffee, but better. Better. Like, I should just leave this open right by me and just smell it. It's that good. But the Botana oil, and it's for your hair and your skin, it's second to none. Robin, what are you saying what to? Which one? There's no money in cures, right? You would like some? I know. I would get some to you if I could, Mel. But see if you can find it. You might be able to get it over there. I don't know how it works over in Australia. But oh my god, man, just the smell of this stuff, and you put it in. I put it in my beard, dude, and it's like right in my mustache, and I can smell it, dude. Oh, dude, I'm not playing with you guys. It's expensive because it's from Honduras, and these people, they're called the people with beautiful hair. And you women, check it out, man. Check it out. There's sources you can get it. I get mine from Dr. Truth. I mean, they got the good Botana oil, and it's not oil. Look, it's like a paste, and this stuff it's like $80, right? But it's freaking worth it to me. I'll be able to use this for months and months, and I can put this stuff in my beard every day in my hair, because my stuff dries out because this shitty weather we have. My skin gets dry because in the summer, dude, my skin's like perfect, like under my hair, but like in the winter, it's hard on your skin. Cold weather. Oh yeah, the yeah, getting it from Honduras is hella better than getting it in the States. You don't want it from the States. You don't want no none. They gotta grow these. They grow it's from pine trees. It's from pine trees. It's amazing. But I know there's other. I'm sure there's other people. Oh, I need to get my little phone now. I'm sure there's other people that can find it. If you don't want to go through Dr. Truth, because it's expensive, but there's a reason for it. It's because and it takes a ton to make this oil. It takes a ton of product. I was researching it, and it's kind of painstaking to get this oil. Yeah, Honduras, they don't want. They're not messing with the poisons because it takes too much. Too much out of them, right? Too costly. Because America spends a lot of our money on our poisons to give us. The watermelon looks great. I know. Remember back in our day, they had the seeds, remember? And we were spitting them out. We didn't like them. Well, they took care of it for us. You can't find seeds now. What does that make it? That makes it not something that can reproduce. Right? Without your seed, it's a sterile hybrid. Right? It's a sterile hybrid. Imagine doing that to man. Imagine doing that to a man. Make him a sterile hybrid. And then what do you need? How does man reproduce? Man has to be grown in a lab, or they have to use a lab to make man. That's what they want. Watermelon tastes like sugar water. It's sugar water, literally. Look at where the watermelon started. You see the rind. You see how it twists. You see how the rind is twisting through the flesh of the watermelon, and it really was more pale than that. They kind of made it look more red than it really was, and you have to look at paintings, because they started messing with the watermelons a long time ago, which is fine, right? Natural selection, it's all good, right? And then we had these, right? That now we have these, the seeded. Everyone's tripping on seeded. Well, these seeded watermelons are nothing close to what nature provided us. You see how there's the rind going through it? There's a reason for that. You know what the rind is? You know what the rind is on a watermelon? It's the fiber, guys. So again, with all this stuff, when they changed it in labs and stuff, they take the fiber out. And we're talking seedless. Check this out. Were you guys here earlier? I always pull this up. Dude, this is mind-boggling. I need to make so many videos. It's crazy. I think tonight it's time to make the seedless lemon video. And I gotta think of something, because I mean, honestly, it's pretty simple. There really isn't much to it. There's not much for me to really go off of, past the fact that we've got seedless lemons sitting right here. You know what I mean? Like, there's really, I mean, if we can't figure out that this is wrong by many means. Yeah, you saw the yellow watermelon. Yep, they're making them with oranges and shit, man. it's crazy, but it goes on and on, man. It just keeps going. They're doing whatever they want. But this is another perfectly. This is I need to make an example of this, and I'm going to talk about the non-GMO. Right? What makes something genetically modified? Well, you're telling me naturally seedless lemons are not genetically modified? Yeah, and the original orange was the Seville. The Seville oranges, they were smaller and they were really tart. And then they created them, making them off of other plants and making them sweeter throughout the years. And now the orange is blown up into this big, giant monster straight out of the Twilight Zone, you guys. Straight out of the Twilight Zone. So with the naturally seedless lemons, natural. Tell me a fruit that's natural without seeds. You know what I mean? You can't find a natural fruit with no seeds. You know what I mean? And then saying that it's non-GMO, that's a joke to us. They're mocking us. They're mocking us. If we still think that genetic GMO is so much different than whatever the hell else they're doing, okay? And then check this out. You guys see my video on shellac? Right there, guys. Dude, if you guys are on my live, you get the best content on TikTok, in my opinion. I can't find anything more interesting. This is what we eat, what we are. Okay? Shellac is lac resin. You guys want to see what shellac is? Okay, you guys ready? You guys ready for this? You guys probably haven't seen my video on shellac because you guys probably came in off the For You page or something. You probably never seen me before, right? For the most part. Okay. Yeah, we were talking about coffee because of her name, but she didn't know, and a lot of people don't, man. There's nothing wrong with that. I didn't know. You see what shellac is, you guys? Lac bug. Bugs in food on purpose? What is it? You see this? Isn't that nasty? You see what they're doing? You see this? It looks like you remember the trees that get that wax like on the pine trees where it like kind of builds up? Well, these bugs do this on these branches, right? Hold on a second. Take a screenshot of that if you guys want some good entertainment to talk to somebody about. Yeah, right. So that's anonymous. That's something that's a lot more. They get away with that a lot more because it's not so cut and dry. But this is cut and dry. Shellac, lac bug, lac resin. This is the resin. This is lac resin. Why are they putting that on your naturally seedless lemons? So I am going to make a video and I'm going to talk about the shellac, and I'm going to talk about they use it as to make it shiny. It's a wax, you know. So technically, you're probably not eating it, but them spraying this on, they spray it on the apples and stuff too that you do eat. And this is a bug that grows on these trees, and this is their poop. This wax resin, this is their poop. They secrete this it's right next to their poop gland, right? And then what they do is they take this back to their little hut. These people, they cut these branches off. They cut them off, and they take this back to their hut. and they sit there and they scrape it off the branches, right? I've got the video on it. And then they put it in this barrel. And you know how the Italians be making their grapes? You know what I mean? They're smashing it with their bare feet in the barrel. Well, they put this stuff with the bug. The bug's still there, and it's dead in there. And they take that and they put it in the barrel and they stomp it into a wax. And then they add arsenic and alcohol, and then it's food grade. But not until they add arsenic and alcohol. Crazy. This is actually happening. This is like the craziest sci-fi movie I've ever seen, man. And it's like, okay, you're probably not eating a lot of this. You know what I mean? You're not consuming, you're not eating, 10% of your diet is probably not this bug. But it's the principle. They use it to coat candy. All your candy is a lot of times coated with lac. And they're feeding that to us, you guys. This is the red pill hour. Crazy. Red pill. Yep. Halloween is full of lac bug and cochineal bug, and it goes on and on. Very demonic. Halloween is in a lot of different ways. Yeah, Pepto. Yeah, drink some weird pink syrup to wash down your lac bugs. You know what I mean, bro? That's what they do. Ew, look at that. Look at that, dude. I bet you when they harvested that, they were like, score, dude. This branch has got a big fat stack of lac wax on here. Well, you know what they use it for too, right? You guys know what they use shellac for? If you Google just shellac, if you just Google it like that, it'll come right up with lacquer. You guys, yeah, we're in deep shit, huh? I'm telling you guys. Yeah, it's in nail polish too. You're right. It is nail polish too. Oh yeah, they'll charge more for the seeded watermelon. But look, guys, this is shellac. This is what that stuff is. Isn't that crazy? Look it up. And it's free game. Anybody can look that up. This is what it is. They either put it in the food as to coat the candy, or you can coat the deck and keep the rain from penetrating the deck for years and years in the sun. It's very, very powerful, strong, for sealing your deck. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up. Crazy. I don't know. That's just crazy to me that they'd be putting that in our food, and it's not like, oh well, the FDA, they allow 3% of shellac bug to enter the food before they won't approve it. And it's like, no, man, this is what is made for the food, and for the donuts and stuff. Check this out. See when I said that they have to add arsenic and then alcohol first? What's up, Sleepy? I'm just casually exposing shellac on the live right now, bro. Yeah, just casual, just no big deal. This is just in our food. So, again, people should be screaming at the top of their lungs about this, no? I mean, really, honestly, if you really know what this is, and it's not just this, man. I've exposed the Red 40. I've exposed all of it. The chitin, the L-cysteine. You know what I mean? This is not, and it's at high levels, man.
You know, citric acid, it's a lot of citric acid pounds, millions of pounds are consumed a year of citric acid. And people are consuming this resinous glaze, man. Resinous glaze is an alcohol based solution of various types of food grade shellac. It's not food grade until it's alcohol with this bug wax, right? Resin scraped from the trees from the small insect, also known as the lassif. Whoa, whoa! I've never seen that name. That's kind of scary. What does that word remind you guys of? You guys, what does that mind? What does that name remind you of? I'm getting kind of goosebumps right now. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting goosebumps right now, and not the good ones. I know the good ones usually. That's that's freaky to me. I think we just hit a rabbit hole right here on the live. Creates a waterproof cocoon. That's for you sealing your bugs, your decks. Yeah, that's fucking freaky. What is that? I'm not making this shit up, you guys. Mel, my lives are lit, aren't they? Look at that. What is that? Lacifer? Laxifer? Laxifer. Laxifer. Sounds kind of weird. Sounds kind of evil to me. A new rabbit hole off of the old rabbit hole that I've been down. We just tunneled a new one, bro. Dude, that's crazy. Am I tripping or what? Like honestly, am I tripping? I haven't gotten good sleep lately. Maybe I'm tripping. You know what I mean? This stuff is beyond. I'm telling you guys, it's not just an accident. It's not just an accident. You think when the nation understands this and deeply, you know what I mean? That people would be tripping if they really knew this the way I knew it. But I don't get a trip on it because no one knows it yet. So I gotta kind of just be like, yeah, okay. Yeah, the human milk. Yes. Yes. Oh my God, man. Mel, the human milk. I forgot about that. Dude, there's no way in hell they're using real human milk. They're making it somehow. That's fucking crazy to me. You know what I mean? Oh, that's crazy, you guys. This is unfortunately not the this is not God's planet. It's crazy. But honestly, you guys, I think I'm gonna end it on that one tonight. I'm pretty tired. I'm gonna finish my mushroom documentary. I hope I got you guys some free game. I hope you guys learned some stuff. Check out my link tree. Follow me on those other apps if you want. Like I said, I upload these lives on my YouTube, so I appreciate you guys a lot. That's right. That's right, Mel. It's alkaline, vegan, or bust. It's hard to beat it. It's hard to beat it. Yep, that's right, Robin. That's exactly what this is all about, bro. It's testing us. You know what I mean? This has to be some kind of a test of faith. And for me, it's like my test is: can you give up all the things that aren't serving you and still exist in this world? It's not easy, and I've done most of it, and it's hard. So, you guys can do it too. If I did it, you guys can give up this stuff that's not serving you. Thank you guys for the likes and the gifts and everything, and the follows and the shares and everything, you guys. It helps my account quite a bit. So I appreciate you, and I'll be starting to go on here a lot more now that I'm not banned. So I was on the backup page. You guys can go follow my backup. I'm going to put that in my link tree as well. because you never know with this fucking TikTok, man. They axed me so fast. It was like crazy. So, you guys have a good night, man. I will see you guys again soon, man.